Hello, and today the TV is out of the screen. Wait, is it? I don't know, I can't really see. I might fix that later. But today I am doing a review, a full review of the Atari 2600. I have Video Olympics in there, as clearly stated. So I'm going to be talking about some of the good things, some of the bad things, some of the really bad things about this console. Now, first thing is that cartridges normally have that, so you won't have to blow on them, and most of the time it reads them. And not all of them have this, some are like just regular cartridges, but it's kind of nice that some of them do have this. So, first thing I'm going to look at is the console itself. I mean, it's got that nice wood grain. It says Atari right there. It does have like a smaller platform. It does stick out a little bit right there. And most notable is all of these switches. So, first thing you can do is I'll start from the front. You can power this thing on and off. And I just saw something going on the TV. That does not make me feel safe. I can switch to black and white, as it says TV type. So I can switch from black and white to color. Because I know some of us today do have some black and white TVs. And then you have your difficulty level, and B is an easier difficulty. You can do that for each of your controllers, because this controller, too, the right controller. So then, here is how you start up the game. You basically hit game select, and then you hit game reset, and then your game will start. It confuzzled me for the longest time how you hook this up. Another notable thing is that controller ports are on the back. AC adapter. You can look all over this console, but you aren't going to find a cable hole for your cable to the TV. No, it is wired in. Yeah, it's wired in. Pretty dastardly, if you ask me. But not only did they have to do that and be dastardly, they had to be even more dastardly, and they had something else. I'm gonna go grab that. I'm back, and I'm back with the AC adapter, and somehow magically hitting the pause button made the phone go back, and now the TV is fully in screen. That's good. So I have the AC adapter right here, and this sticks out on the bottom. So if you put it on the bottom, this isn't gonna matter. So you might think, oh, I can just plug something on top, but no. This is here. So this takes up an entire outlet. This thing is dastardly. And most things that stick out on the bottom, you can put them on the bottom of a power surge, but this is going to stick out the top. Who was dastardly enough to design this? It does say Atari on the back, but this is still dastardly. Now I'm going to look at some games. Let me hook this back up. Alright, I got it all hooked up, and you might notice I'm using a Sega Genesis controller. And that is one thing I want to talk about right before I play it. A lot of people see this as a very good controller. I do want to mention real quick, it has a very short cable. Yeah, I can't show it really all on screen, but it is very short. Now, a lot of people think of this as a good controller, and it's a great design. One button, a joystick. I have one complaint about this. Buy an aftermarket controller, because this controller is really bad. This is so stiff, and it can move half a centimeter up. Like, it cannot move as far as you would think it is. It is a really hard to maneuver controller. I tried playing Echo the Dolphin with this, and it was terrible. So, once I got the piece to hook up my Atari 2600, and I started playing this, it was so hard to use. I really don't like it. So buy an aftermarket controller, which might have this move a little bit more, but it's a great design, just this is way too stiff. So I'm going to be using a Sega Genesis controller, which does work, and I will be playing Asteroids. So, like I said, you have to hit game select and game restart. Oh wait, that's way too loud. I forgot I had this turned up like really loud for some reason. So now I am going to be playing. Is that volume thing? Asteroids. Good graphics. I mean, I like it. It does have like a high score type of system. I really like this game. I think it's nice. Your little spaceship guy right in the middle. So, it's a pretty nice game. I might go through some of these games in greater detail, but now I'm going to play the Olympics. And trust me, this game, hold on, let me actually, this uses paddle controllers. So let me utilize that great thing that it uses. If I plug the paddle controllers in, which, the great thing about paddle controllers is that they come in sets of 2. There are models, but they end in the same plug. So 1 plug for 2 controllers. Like I said, there are some which is just 1 for 1 plug. But these split out, they plug. I'm just going to show you. Undo this. And there. So you could play 4 players, since this only has 2 controller ports. And they didn't want to make like a multi-tap type of thing. So if we get this in here all the way, I turned this on. Did I? I do have this in black and white. Difficulty B, game reset. Where am I? Oh. So as you can see, actually as you may not see, let me turn this to color. Alright, now you can see it a whole lot easier. No. There we go. It's a really fun game to play with your partner. I am playing just single player, but I think it's a really fun game. I'm going to stop because I'm losing terribly, but I really like it. And there are a lot of good games for this. That's one of the better things about the Atari 2600, is that not only do you get sparks with your power cord, yes, that does produce sparks, but you do get paddle controllers, which are really nice. I really like them. That 1 button on the side. You can use easy, like $10 Sega Genesis controllers. And I like the overall styling of this system. How it has kind of like those indentions, like the ColecoVision, and all the switches. I think it's definitely one of the better systems of its time. It's definitely shown because it's one of the more successful consoles. But I really like it. There are a lot of games for it. I'm not going to look through too many because I want to save some of them for a review all by themselves. But thank you for watching, and this has been my review of the Atari 2600, one of the most remembered consoles of its time, and one of the best. So, thank you for watching my review of the Atari 2600.